Where's Waldo? The world is changing. Look around, see how things have shifted. The rise of chaos, division, and darkness creeping ever closer. But the signs have been here all along, hidden in plain sight. Much like the puzzle of where's Waldo, we search, we scan, knowing someone is there, right in front of us, yet somehow just out of reach. And in the midst of it all, a question lingers. Has the Antichrist already arrived? I am not here to make wild, baseless claims. I come as a scholar, a seeker of truth, and what I have uncovered, what I believe, should send shivers down your spine. There is no concrete proof, no blinding revelation, but the pieces, when assembled, paint a picture more chilling than anything you could have imagined. The Antichrist, the figure spoken of in biblical prophecy, could be among us right now. He could be that man standing next to you in the grocery store, the charismatic leader drawing millions to his cause, or perhaps he's still in the shadows, waiting for his moment to emerge. I do not say this lightly. Think about it. Satan, the great deceiver, mirrors God at every turn. If Christ began his ministry at the age of 30, is it not logical that the Antichrist, Satan's twisted reflection, would do the same? If Christ's ministry spanned 3.5 years, then would not the Antichrist too follow a similar timeline? We know from the book of Revelation that the final years will be marked by the rise of this figure, an unparalleled manipulator, a bringer of false peace who will eventually plunge the world into chaos and destruction. So why now? Why should we believe that he is already here? Consider the state of the world. Wars, rumors of wars, natural disasters that defy explanation, political leaders rising to power with unprecedented control, and the spread of ideologies that tear apart the very fabric of morality. These are not random events. They are markers, breadcrumbs leading us to a grim realization. These are the precursors, the setting of the stage for something far greater, something far darker. Now, I'm not suggesting that we've seen his face on the news yet. No, like Waldo in a crowded page, he remains hidden, camouflaged among us. The Antichrist could be your neighbor, your colleague, a public figure you've admired for years. He blends in perfectly because that's what he's meant to do. Lull us into complacency, make us believe he's nothing more than an ordinary man. But the signs, they are all around us, if we only know where to look. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 44, we are told to be ready because the Son of Man will come at an hour we do not expect. But remember, Satan mimics God. The Antichrist will also appear when the world least expects him, when our guard is down, when hope is at its lowest ebb, and the need for a savior is strongest. This deception, this false peace he will offer, will be so convincing that even the elect might be deceived. It's happening slowly, incrementally, a movement here, a charismatic figure there. Do you see it? Or are you still searching for Waldo in the crowd, unaware that he's been there the whole time, right under your nose? The Bible speaks of the abomination of desolation, a future event in which the Antichrist will stand in the holy place. But before that, he must first establish his power, his influence. And to do so, he must be here. Now, how can we know for sure? We cannot. Not until it is too late. But as a scientist, someone who observes, who dissects patterns, I can tell you that the puzzle pieces are fitting together in ways I've never seen before. The technological advancements we've made, the global connectivity, the erosion of privacy, and the rise of surveillance. It's all laying the groundwork for the kind of global control prophesied in ancient texts. The mark of the beast may no longer be symbolic. It could be digital, tied to financial systems, health records, or even social credit. Look at the growing unrest, the cries for a leader to unite us all. Look at the desperation for a savior, someone who can bring peace in a time of endless war, economic despair, and moral decay. That leader, I fear, is already here. He is watching, waiting for the moment when the world cries out for him to rise. We are on the edge of something monumental. And once that first domino falls, there will be no turning back. So I ask you, listener, do you see the signs? Or will you wait until it's too late? The Antichrist doesn't need your belief to come. His arrival is inevitable, his power certain, regardless of whether you accept the truth. Like Waldo in the pages of that puzzle, he's already among us, and when the time comes, it matters not if you are ready, because he will be. The prophecy is unfolding. It matters not if you believe. It will come. As you hear these words, it's not too late, as of yet. Turn to God, for he is waiting on you with open arms.
Imagine you're in the middle of a vast ocean, tossed by waves, with no land in sight. You cling to a life jacket, trusting it will keep you afloat and save you from drowning. Just as the life jacket sustains you in troubled waters, we need to trust in Jesus, who holds us above the storms of life and saves us from sinking into despair.
Is Jesus your Lord and Savior? Do you put God first in your life in everything you do? Think about it. We want to thank you for tuning in, and we hope our videos give you hope and encouragement. Until next time.